Okay, so let's get a little bit deeper into Creo. So now, if you open a new Creo file, let's do again a part, and today is week 2, class 2, and click OK. So what I want to do now is show you a couple new features. So let's start with an extrusion, and let's do the extrusion on the top view. Next is click on here to make it parallel, and let's start our new part. So the sketch here now is going to be on the top line because that's what I picked. So pick a circle and have the circle be 25 in radius, which is 50 in diameter. Okay, let's bring this closer, and let's bring the whole thing closer to us. Next, what I want to do is have a couple lines. So one line from here to there, and I want this to be 75. And let's bring this down. And as you can see, we could force it to be perpendicular and drag it all the way down. And then at some point it kind of snaps. So like, you want to bring it here. So what you do is you really wait until it kind of snaps here. There we go. Okay, it kind of, Creo has a way to show you that. So bring it. If you just go here, and if that doesn't work for you, what you do is, again, go to this line and just force it to be parallel and equal to that, right? So you see how like equal sign showed up? That means they're equal. So click and just close that. So if you try to click OK, you see that there are some sections that are incomplete. So exit sketcher, no. The two sections are here. You see like this dot and that dot. So what you do is you click on delete segment, click, click. Now your section is complete. Click OK. And this has to be 15. And click OK. So then you have this here. Next, I want to start extrusion, but this time on this top surface. So I clicked it and bring this here and get a circle. I want this circle to be 30 from this edge right here. So what I'm going to do is, you see this here, it says reference. I want to click it. Okay. Now it's asking you to choose a reference. So I'm going to pick this edge as my reference. So one click, and now it's picked and close. So now if I make a sketch on this surface here, and middle mouse button, you'll see that it's showing me how far it is from that edge. And that's what reference is, right? So that's showing you how far. You're making an edge as a reference point. Okay, so double click here. And let's do 30. So now it's 30 away from the edge. And, sorry. Let's go back to sketch. And we're going to do the same thing. So click on line. Right, so I want to do it here. For some reason it's not showing, so I'm also going to do that. So let's delete some segments. Delete this segment and delete this segment. Okay. The only thing I forgot to set is the diameter of this, which is 5. So now the whole thing got smaller because everything is constrained with that. And click OK. Okay, so click another OK, and you'll see that now it's sticking out, except that's not what I want to do. What I want to do is I wanted to delete a part of that part. So if you go here and click, or do right click, and if you pick here, you can change your extrusion to change it. So first, I want this to go the other way. There are 2 ways to make it reverse itself. You can either click here, so now it reversed. See, but that's not enough because you have to select remove material for it to remove the material. And the other way to do it is if you click here, that's going to reverse it as well. And again, you click remove material and it's removed. And click OK. Okay, let's do one more thing to this part. So click on extrude. And let's make a circle that is starts at the center of this other circle. So usually if you move your mouse around this arc, it shows you where the center is. So this yellow point shows up. So click the middle mouse button, and then we want to change this to 40. And click OK. And click OK. So now it is sticking out. What I really wanted to do was different. Extrude here. I want to make 2 circles. One is here, and one is inside it. And this is the one that's 40. And you'll see the difference between what I did before. So because I put 2 inside of each other, only the area that is between the 2 circles will be highlighted, and that's what I'm extruding right now. So click OK. And we have to pick how big this is, and it is 25. And click OK. So now this is our part. It's done. Next, what we want to do is go to File, New, make a drawing, and this is again Week 2, Class 2. And it shows up, but if you want, you can delete it. So let's delete this whole thing and create it from scratch. So if you go to Layout, General View, click OK here, and click. You'll see that it showed you the 3D model. What I want to show here is actually the front. So I clicked on Front, Apply, now it moved there, and click OK. Right. So usually what we did before was we created the front and we projected the other ones. So if you go here, you'll see that there's something called Projection View. So click on Projection View, and this way you can project this one. And again, click here, Projection View, and you can get the side view. I think these are too small. If you go to the bottom left corner, you'll see that you can change the scale. So that's now it's 0.038. Let's change it to whatever, 0.5 and see what that looks like. Oh, I made a mistake. 0.05. There you go, it's slightly bigger, but we could go a little bit more. 0.07. That's not terrible. So now they're close to each other. We kind of want to space them out. You see this lock view movement here? Click it. I'm going to move this up, move this down, and then move this a little bit to the side. Let's move this a little bit here, move this lower. Okay. I don't like these axes and all of that, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove them. So now you're just looking at this. And the next is click on, well, let's actually put in the 3D model. So click OK. This is my 3D model. I like it isometric. Okay. Let's move it so it's in here. Okay. We clicked on annotate and show model annotation. So like if you click here, this is everything that you want to see. So I want to keep both of these. These dimensions are too small. So I'm going to hold my control key and just choose all of these. And change the height into 0.25. So now there, you could see them better. Don't forget our dimensioning rules. So you need to take care of these. And finally, what you can do is you can insert a table. So click on table, get a table here, and we can just insert it down here. And you can type up everything you want to type up, like who built it, and so on. And then you can also change the font by changing the height. And you can expand it just like you do in Excel or Microsoft Word and anything else like that.